Now, this is a pick I absolutely loved. Daxton Hill, to me, was one of the clear top 20 best players in this class. What's up, guys? Brentley Weissman here over at the Draft Network, and today we will be taking a deep dive into the Cincinnati Bengals 2022 NFL Draft class. Now, the Bengals had a great season in 2021, a season in which they made the Super Bowl but had a disappointing defeat to the Los Angeles Rams. The Bengals are still set up very nicely for the 2022 season as the team still returns quarterback Joe Burrow, running back Joe Mixon, and wide receiver Jamar Chase, amongst a bevy of offensive skill talent. The team also did really well to address the offensive line in free agency, where they added La'el Collins, Ted Karras, and Alex Kappa. This activity in free agency allowed the Bengals to really be patient in the draft and sit back and let the board come to them. Let's see how they did. With the Bengals' first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft at pick 31, they selected safety Daxton Hill out of Michigan. Now, this is a pick I absolutely loved. Daxton Hill, to me, was one of the clear top 20 best players in this class and possesses the type of athleticism, toughness, and versatility that'll easily get him on the field early in his rookie year. Daxton Hill predominantly played nickel as a junior at Michigan, but before that was a single high free safety. So that type of versatility will pay dividends for the Bengals early on in his career. In round two, the Bengals stepped in the secondary with Cam Taylor-Britt, corner out of Nebraska. Now, heading into the draft, corner to me was easily the Bengals' biggest need. And for them to be able to walk away with Cam Taylor-Britt that late in the second round, I thought it was a home run. Taylor-Britt brings size, toughness, and just competitive swagger that to me was much needed in the Bengals corner room. Now, I really do like Chidobe Awuzie at one corner spot, but with Eli Apple starting at the opposite end, I think there's an opportunity for Cam Taylor-Britt to challenge Apple year one. If he doesn't beat out Apple, look for Taylor-Britt to secure that starting job in year two as Eli Apple is set to become a free agent. Round three for the Bengals at pick number 95, they selected Zachary Carter, defensive lineman out of Florida. Zachary Carter is yet another versatile defensive player, predominantly played edge at Florida, really speed to power type of rusher, doesn't have a lot of bend. You don't see him winning off the edge and turning the corner and really turning tight edges. To me, I think his best position in the NFL is going to be actually inside, where he's going to be able to be a mismatch against guards, utilizing his speed, utilizing his quickness, utilizing his length and power. So to me, I think he's ultimately look for him to make an impact in sub, where they kick him inside and use his length to create havoc going against guards and kind of those slower, less length interior offensive linemen. Moving on to round number 4, pick number 136. Finally, an offensive player, Cordell Volson, interior offensive lineman, North Dakota State. Now, Volson, to me, was one of the most fun players to evaluate this past draft process. This is a guy who's played 4 positions along the offensive lineman, most recently at tackle for the Bison. Now, I do think at the next level at the NFL, his best position will be inside at guard. But here in the 4th round, drafting offensive lineman with versatility, to me, makes a ton of sense. This is a guy who's tough, has really good technique, shows an ability to anchor against the bull rush, which I really appreciated. And while the Bengals definitely did upgrade the offensive line, I do see a path to playing time for Volson. And at worst, he's going to be an outstanding 6th offensive lineman, kind of that first man up off the rotation if injury occurs. Next pick for the Bengals coming here at round 5, pick number 166, Tyson Anderson, safety out of Toledo. Now, this is a pick that's definitely, to me, all about special teams in depth. The Bengals are loaded at safety with Jesse Bates and Von Bell both returning, but to me, Tyson Anderson, his height, weight, speed combination will instantly make him a difference maker covering kicks. I think look for him to make an impact on kickoff, on punt coverage, and then year 2 and year 3 potentially develop into that kind of hybrid dime defender and getting him on the field. Last pick for the Bengals in this draft, round 7, pick number 252, edge Jeffrey Gunter out of Coastal Carolina. Now, Gunter is a guy who had a lot of hype coming into the Shrine Bowl back in January. Disappointed a bit. I was excited to see him coming into the event. You know, he's an explosive edge rusher, wins with get off and first step quickness. But to me, he really lacks refinement, and that's why we saw him go so far in the draft, because he does have some intriguing physical tools that, you know, this late in the draft you definitely want to bet on. But this is a guy who probably destined for the practice squad, but there's some upside here. There is some upside, but I do think year one, look for him to be on the practice squad. Well, that's it for my thoughts on the Bengals 2022 NFL draft class. Be sure to leave a message in the comments on your thoughts. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to the Draft Network channel on YouTube to stay up to date on more NFL draft and NFL coverage.